Hi guys, I'm Mary Richardson. I help you overcome your strong anxiety. In this video, I'm going to answer several questions about strong anxiety. First one is, how do you deal with being in crowds? The key with being in a crowd, especially if you're super sensitive, is you are potentially picking up on everybody else's feelings and sort of absorbing those instead of focusing on the reason you're there, why it's important that you came out today to be a part of wherever you're at, and focusing on happy things, uplifting things, inspiring things. You have to look for those things. They're not just going to usually come at you. The negative things are easy to spot, and they're easy to get sidetracked on the negative things. So if you're out in a large crowd, you might be noticing the couple next to you that's been fighting. If you're super sensitive or an empath, you pick up on how the temperature of everybody else's feelings. Well, they're fighting, or that child's upset, or that's going on. And that can take you down a whole lot of rabbit holes that don't serve you. Instead, pull your focus back into yourself and say, okay, I am here today because I came to this event today because I am happy, because I want to be here because, and as you start directing and controlling your own thoughts, the negative, anxiety-ridden, what-if looping thoughts take a back seat, and they're starting to get diminished and smaller because you refuse to dwell on them. So getting through, past, and over your strong anxiety is all about you doing the work to change your thoughts. So don't tell me you can't change your thoughts, because you are the only one that can do that. Nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to force you to do it. If you are ready to get past your strong anxiety, you have to get control of your own mind, your own thoughts, which is the one thing you can control. So much of our lives is not in our control. But your thoughts and how you react to things are definitely things you can control. So look at this like a challenge of, the next time I feel overwhelmed, I feel anxiety, and I catch that looping thought, that negative thought, don't even finish the thought. Don't even see where it goes. Consider instead immediately replacing it with something inspirational. For instance, I don't know, you have a negative thought about something, about tomorrow, right? Immediately replace it with, but today I'm having a great time because, or you try and keep yourself in the moment. Looping negative thoughts are either about the past or the future. They're almost never about the present, because in the present, if something is urgent or dangerous, our minds are conditioned for that fight, flight, or freeze. That will kick in. So you can trust that. But what happens is our brain kind of loves what's familiar. It loves keeping us doing what we've always done, that sort of default setting. So if you're stuck in the negative what-if thoughts, don't give them more than like 30 seconds of your time. Look for the nearest clock, look for, the clock on your phone or a stopwatch on your phone, and after 10 seconds, 30 seconds, immediately you know you're going to replace it with a better thought that's inspirational. And you do this 21 times and you will have started a new habit. The next thing you can do is start focusing on how you are feeling about the inspirational thing, and focus on the positive things. All right, so the next question I'm going to answer, how do you stop comparing yourself? Well, this is another anxiety-ridden exercise. that can be a habit. When you do something 21 times or more, it can become a habit and stay a habit. So if you're focusing on comparing yourself to everyone else, you'll start feeling bad about yourself, because there's no way that we can achieve what someone else has achieved in the same way they have, and doing the same exact thing they have, and get the same exact result. In other words, our result might be even better. Our experience might be even more joyous if we were to do the same things they're doing. But we're all called to do different things. So if you're comparing yourself to someone else, that's really more of a learned behavior. We don't come onto the planet as a baby going, oh yeah, that baby's got a better blanket than me. Yeah, so I must be less than. So I can never have a good blanket like that. We don't do that. We learn that somewhere. So regardless of wherever you learned that behavior, it is a learned behavior, and you can unlearn it just by saying whatever you need to say to yourself to build yourself up. And that's the best thing about overcoming comparing yourself to someone else. You have to do it. You have to do the work. It's like anything that you've done in your life that was a challenge. You framed it in a certain way and you achieved it. In other words, when you were in kindergarten, you didn't start thinking, oh, all the tests I have to take in order to graduate high school, all the quizzes, all of the homework, all of the studying, all of the books I have to read. Oh, I don't think I can do it. Nobody would get through high school thinking like that. Nobody would get through kindergarten thinking like that. It would be too overwhelming. And what often happens is that's what we're doing. We're keeping ourselves in that overwhelmed state by constantly reminding ourselves of how this thing I want to achieve has become a mountain. Because you've built it up to be a mountain. Because you've built it up to be, like, if you want to lose weight, if you want to stay motivated, whatever it is for you, stop making it a mountain that you have to achieve in one day. Nobody has lost a lot of weight in one day. It's a journey. That's why they call it a journey, because it's a step at a time, a day at a time, an activity at a time. But it leads into something else I want to talk about, motivation. I've heard it said a lot that, oh, I just can't stay motivated, or I just need to do it, but I just can't. If you're saying these things, it's because you are dwelling potentially on those negative thoughts, and that is killing your motivation. Motivation is a feeling. It comes and goes. If you don't embrace it and grow it, then you're going to be demotivated, stuck right where you are. And a year from now, you're going to be still going, well, I still haven't lost weight. I still haven't gotten on that treadmill. I still haven't taken that walk, gotten to the gym, or whatever it is you want to achieve. So if you want to start achieving, you have to start crushing those motivation-killing thoughts. And those are always the negative thoughts. Like comparing yourself. Oh, that person lost weight right away. That person did this. Well, yeah, but logic. Look at what that person did to lose weight. What did they do to get the end result? So I challenge you to pick someone who's lost a lot of weight that you admire. Maybe it's someone you know or that you don't know. And do a little bit of research. What did they do to lose the weight? And you'll find they didn't achieve it just by thinking about going to the gym. They actually had to go to the gym. They actually had to get on the treadmill. They actually had to eat better and increase their activity. Your weight loss will be a direct result of how active you are. No one's going to do it for you. No one's going to force you to do it, and no one's going to take away your free will. So I challenge you to start inserting lots of logic into your thought patterns. So when you start thinking something negative like, I'm not going to get on the treadmill because I just don't want to, Logic. How will you lose weight if you're not more active? Well, I'm just going to eat junk food even though I've been eating junk food for the last week. Logic. How are you going to lose weight if you keep overeating and eating the wrong foods? Look at someone who's lost weight. Like a great magazine that I liked was this magazine that always had somebody on the cover that had lost a lot of weight. And I started looking through that and reading, and they had all these systems and techniques, and and they scheduled it into their schedule, when they would work out, whether it was a run, a walk, whether they went swimming, hiking, went to the gym, whatever it is. You don't have to do those same activities. You have to find your own that work for you, that you like. So, but they did it because they found a process and they stuck to it and they were consistent. So, two things I want you to take away from this is that motivation killing thoughts are the negative what if thoughts. If you want more motivation, when you're thinking negative thoughts, you got to immediately replace it with a positive thought about what you want. I can get on the treadmill. I can walk on the treadmill for 5 minutes. I can walk on the treadmill for 20 minutes. I can put on my tennis shoes and go out the door and go for a walk. I can, whatever it is you want to do. So stop thinking, the negative thoughts, kill those, and you'll start noticing your motivation keeps going up, because the payoff is once you start losing weight, you're even more motivated. It gets easier and easier. And there's still going to be tough times. It's not a one and done. You have to do it every day. All right, so the next thing, how do you, okay, how can I shut down these severe thoughts to be able to function like everyone I feel? How can I shut down these severe thoughts to be able to function like everyone? And then they comment that they feel abnormal. Well, again, that's like comparing yourself. That's like saying, well, this person never has a negative thought. This person never has a tough day. This person, hasn't had to overcome what I've had to overcome. Well, that might be true. But the point is that why are you focusing on them? Why don't you focus on the things that you can control? Your thoughts, your experience. If you want today to experience an amazing day, then get active. If you want to lose weight. If you don't want to lose weight, great. Choose something else. So motivation that can really drive you to achieve more than you ever thought possible. All right. Next question. Helpless and alone is how I feel 99% of the time, this person writes. So if you feel like you've been, your own mind has been intrusive with extreme fear, that you can't even explain yourself, nobody understands how you're feeling, you feel like a failure, like you failed at a relationship as a parent. Well, everybody feels these feelings. Let's not dwell on the feelings, right? Especially the negative feelings. How does that help you? By focusing on the negative feelings. And why do you want to focus on them? Why would you choose to focus on the negative feelings rather than on the positive feelings? All right, this person writes, every day this person is homebound apart from close relatives, but can't go anywhere on her own or his own, and uncontrolled panic attacks. Well, panic attacks, here's what I believe is going on. Your body is reacting to something real or imagined, and your brain doesn't know what to do, doesn't know how to stop it, it doesn't know how to control it. So the brain logically is saying, oh, I don't know how to deal with this, which of course makes the panic attack even worse. So what you can do instead is tell yourself, just experience the panic attack, just experience it and know that other people have experienced panic attacks. They even just go on with their day and they don't overthink it. You don't have to figure out where it came from in order to stop it. It's going to stop when it wants to stop, and you can just say, my body's reacting to something right now, I'm just going to frame it a different way. I'm going to say that my body is experiencing something, but I'm going to choose to think positive thoughts, that I have control over my thoughts. And the more positive thoughts I think, the more I am squashing the negative thoughts. I'm thinking about how well I am. I'm thinking about how after this panic attack, which is going to go away very soon, that I will never have another panic attack. And even if I do, it doesn't scare me because I know I'm going to be okay. This kind of self-talk can be very helpful in keeping you grounded, keeping you moving forward. If what I believe happens in a panic attack is people immediately are thinking about the worst case scenario in the future. And maybe what set it off is a negative thought about the past, like a past panic attack. Oh no, though, this is going to be exactly like in the past. No, it's going to be different. So what you have to do is get control of your own mind. It's really, just an exercise you have to do in the moment to think better thoughts. Think of it as a trigger for you to overwhelm yourself with positive thoughts. Overwhelm yourself with how great your future is going to be. Overwhelm yourself with the fact that you know that you've had this before and that it's going to last however long it lasts and that you're still going to be fine. That's the goal, is the positive thoughts. Of course, if you need medical attention, this is not a replacement for medical attention. Absolutely, make sure you're all right. Make sure that you seek medical care if you need it, if you want it. This is not a replacement. These are just my opinion and some suggestions. All right, so the next thing I want to encourage you is that don't wait for motivation. Just start doing what you need to be doing. And along the way, change the negative thoughts. And the motivation will come, it'll go, it'll be like a roller coaster, but you just keep moving forward. I hope this video finds you well. Please like and subscribe so you'll be notified each time I upload a new video. I'm Mary Richardson. I help you overcome your strong anxiety with even more techniques, even more tools, even more customized just for you, powerful hypnosis sessions. So be well, my friends, and I will see you on the next video. There's a link in my description for a free 15-minute consultation to see if I can actually, if you're a good fit for what I do, and that I can absolutely be sure I can help you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.